Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another video brought to you by SeniorCatWellness.com. In today's material, we'll briefly discuss how various types of weather can impact your cat's mood and general behavior. I think you'll find in several ways that weather can affect cats in the same way that it can affect us. A little more pep in our step on those warm summer days, and a little more slumberous on those cold and rainy afternoons. Before we examine this topic, let's take a look at this subject overview. Cold weather leaves cats feeling more lethargic, tired, and hungry than usual. In some cases, the lower temperatures and lack of sunlight cause seasonal affective disorder. Cats dislike rainy weather, thunder, and lightning storms due to the wetness and the loud, sudden noises. Hot weather triggers the onset of mating behaviors in many unfixed cats, but it can also lead to lethargy, overheating, sunburn, and heat stroke. So, while many cat topics can be rather complex, this one is a bit straightforward. And while not every cat will have the same reaction to certain types of weather, the reactions noted in our topic overview are pretty much what you can expect for the most part, especially if we're talking about those loud, booming thunderstorms. Before we break it all down, we'd like to thank you for watching. We appreciate your time and we value your support. So, thank you very much. We'll try not to get too deep in the weeds on this one and instead just make it rather simple because, in all honesty, it is. Let's just talk about the core weather environments: hot, cold, and rainy. Of course, some can overlap, as you can obviously have cold and rainy working at the same time. And you can also introduce some snow. How does each impact your cat's mood and general behavior? Well, let's find out. If your cat is indoors, the warmer weather will naturally find them in a more positive mood. This is thanks to the sunlight shining in and the temperature being more or less just right, with the AC regulating the home. However, if your cat is outdoors in the heat for long periods of time, a few serious issues can potentially arise, overheating being the most obvious. Bring your cat inside immediately if you notice signs of lethargy. Those scorching summer days are why it's critical that you limit your cat's exposure, and if the temperature is over 90 degrees Fahrenheit, you should keep them indoors entirely. Proper hydration is imperative during the spring and summer months. Things can go from nice and enjoyable to very serious in a very short time. And as we noted in our topic overview, cats that aren't fixed can respond to the warmer weather in an excitable way. If you do allow your cat to roam around your property, it's important to understand that mating could be on your cat's agenda. Hey, just saying. While it would be easy to say that cold weather is simply the opposite of hot weather in respect to how some cats behave, it's pretty much true. Cats, similar to people, lose some of that pep in their step when it's cold, especially below freezing. When you couple that with an overcast sky, it's common for cats to sleep, even more than usual. General lethargy and increased hunger are also common. Seasonal affective disorder can also take hold in some cats, where perpetual cold temps and a lack of sunlight seem to rule each and every day. And similar to scorching hot temps, cats should never be outside during freezing weather. Let's keep the good times indoors. And speaking of those good times, because sluggishness can take over during the cold weather months and perhaps even the snowy months, depending on your location, indoors enrichment can become more critical than ever. Play games with your cat, engage with your cat, get that motor running as much as possible. While it can be easy to let your cat just live on their own terms and sleep off those winter blues, make sure they stay stimulated and very much active. Because rainy weather really has no season, it can happen anytime and come in all forms. Sometimes it's just a shower, and other times it rolls in with a band of thunder, lightning, high winds, and even some rather tense moments. This is especially true if you live in tornado and or hurricane prone locations. And hey, let's not forget the cold rain. A downpour just a few degrees above freezing certainly isn't a picnic, and all of these factors can do a real number on your cat. Similar to cold weather, the rain can lull your feline into a state of lethargy. And if the rain comes in the form of a thunderstorm, it can also send them into a state of stress and fear. Those overnight claps of thunder and lightning that lights up your entire living room like a sunny day is not very pleasant. This is why it's not only important to get your feline up and moving during those overcast, cold, and rainy days, but it's just as equally important to be a source of comfort for your cat during those harsh thunderstorms. And that'll do it. We've got you covered: hot weather, cold weather, and rainy weather. It's always one of the three, and sometimes you'll get them overlapping, and your cat will potentially react accordingly. And once again, before we conclude, please provide the necessary hydration for your feline on those hot summer days. And if it's above 90 degrees Fahrenheit, just call it a day. Allow your cat to stay indoors. And obviously, it should go without saying that cats have no business being in the freezing cold and the snow. Perhaps, just perhaps, for a 2 or 3 second snow picture, but that's certainly it. So, just be a responsible owner, as I know you are, and the rest, my friends, will certainly take care of itself. If you would like to know more concerning this topic, we do invite you to head on over to seniorcatwellness.com at the conclusion of this video. There you will find a full length and incredibly detailed article that will dissect everything, and it will also dive into several things that were not featured in this video. So, if you'd like to take the next level up in regards to how weather can affect your cat's mood and overall behavior, seniorcatwellness.com is the place to be. Are you currently watching us off-site? If so, we encourage you to click the initial link in the description box below, as said link will take you to all of the important information. And until our paths cross again, and I certainly hope they do, we'd like to thank you once again for joining us today. Please have a wonderful day. All the best to you and yours, and we will talk to you later.